Welcome to Conscious Weddings TV. I'm Sheryl Paul, author of The Conscious Bride and The Conscious Bride's Wedding Planner and ConsciousWeddings.com. If you found your way to this video, it's probably because you're engaged and you're scared. And you're wondering, why am I so scared when I'm supposed to be feeling happier than I've ever felt in my life? So this video is about validating the fear and then teaching you how to work effectively with the fear. So number one, you need to know that there is an aspect of this fear that is extremely normal. You are getting married. It is one of the biggest commitments you've ever made in your life. Anytime we're in transition, whether it's getting married, becoming a parent, moving, graduating from school and entering the real world, moving through our 20s, leaving a job, it's natural to feel scared because we're leaving something familiar. We're sitting in the unknown void of the in-between zone. And for more information about this, you can look at my blog on an overview of transitions tab. I'll tell you exactly the 3 stages of transition and what is normal to feel. And the 3rd stage is moving into the new life, the rebirth. When you're engaged, you're in the 1st stage, which is letting go, moving away from everything familiar, moving away from the familiar shore of what you've always known, your identity as a single person. Your relationships around you are changing. Your relationships to your family of origin are changing. To your friends are changing. Everything is changing. And you're moving towards the biggest commitment you've made in your life so far. One in which you can get out of, but it's not something you want to get out of. It is a real commitment. You sign documents. You say vows. It's a commitment. And it's scary. So number one, validate the fear. Even though our culture tells you that you're not supposed to be scared, or they frame it in terms of stress or anxiety or feeling like you're bridezilla, the truth is that you're scared. And just saying I'm scared can help validate it. It's not going to help to compare yourself to people around you that seem to be flying through their engagement without any anxiety. That's not helpful. I can tell you that I've been doing this work for 12 years, and everyone who comes to me is anxious. They're telling the truth. They say it sometimes with hushed tones. They can't believe that so many other people are feeling this way, but they are. The fear is normal. So once you understand that it's normal, you can start to work with it. The other piece of the fear is the fear that's telling you, am I making the right choice? This is something that's unique to the wedding. Perhaps not unique to the wedding, but certainly doesn't come up to the same degree around, let's say, having a child, because you don't necessarily have a choice about who the child is. You have choice about around when you conceive, but not who the child is, not your choice in your son or daughter. We have choice about who we marry, and that sends us into a tailspin of, am I making the right choice? So in terms of working effectively with fear, I always encourage my clients to journal. But just journaling in and of itself sometimes can actually make things worse because you entrench the fear further inside of you by writing about it. You want to work it through. What I suggest is making a list of all your fears, 1 through 10, 1 through 20, 1 through 5, whatever they are. Maybe it's a fear, a what-if list. What if I make a mistake? What if I don't enjoy my wedding day? What if I still feel this way after I get married? What if there's someone better for me out there? Identify your fears so you can see them on a piece of paper or on your computer there, out of your body, on something concrete. The next step is to address your fears from a truth-based place inside of you. The highest part of you, your connection to God. Imagine what I might say to you. Something that's based or someone that's rooted in truth. Even if you don't believe it, even if you're so fused with your fear that you think it's the truth, some part of you knows that it's fear. And so to be able to address your fear from a truth-based place will start to alleviate the fear. You may have to do this 10 times a day for each and every one of those numbers on your fear list. You may have to do it 20 times a day. Fear is very potent. Fear will take hold of you unless you take hold of it. It will be in the driver's seat until you get it out of the driver's seat through addressing the fear with the truth. The truth is powerful as well, and it is stronger than the fear. So the key in transforming the fear is to take the bull by the horns and manage it successfully. You don't want to let the fear spin you into a tailspin every day, which is often the time when people call me, is when they're so full of anxiety and they can't get themselves out of it, and it's a vicious cycle. So at that point, we have to then address each of those fear points from the truth. I hope that makes sense to you. I hope that's helpful. If you ever have questions, please feel free to email me, Sheryl@consciousweddings.com. Visit my blog, SherylPaul.wordpress.com, and many blessings to you on your wedding journey.